So I've played a lot of games, and there's not a single game I would label as perfect, well, except for Ikaruga. That may seem far-fetched, but I honestly can't find anything wrong with it. Ikaruga was my first introduction into the bullet hell shooter genre, and to this day it is the greatest shooter I've ever played. From the incredible soundtrack to the beautifully orchestrated bullet patterns, Ikaruga can be best summed up by the quote from Sun Tzu on the back cover. Amid the turmoil and tumult of battle, there may be seeming disorder and yet no real disorder at all.
RollerCoaster Tycoon is one of those games that teaches you responsibility and management skills without you realizing it. It encourages creativity, but keeps you in the boundaries of practicality. You are given a scenario to accomplish within the given time frame of making a fantastic and popular theme park. Though this game encourages success, it doesn't protect you from failure, even if it is self-inflicted. Your rides can explode, your customers can die, and your park will be hated. But that is up to you.
Animal Crossing New Leaf literally came out of nowhere. Originally a Christmas gift for my wife, she eventually bought another copy for me so she could enjoy her copy. 1 month later, I put 125 hours into this game. I've never done that before that fast.
The only other experience with Animal Crossing I've had was Wild World for the DS, which was a blast for about 20 hours, so I was slightly skeptical about the rest of the series. After receiving this game though, it was unbelievable how easy it was to put over 100 hours into it in just a month. This game feels almost limitless.
Buying Resident Evil 4 behind my parents' back was the most rebellious thing I did as a teenager. While I would never encourage anyone to disobey their parents, strangely, this was the only incident I never regretted. This work of extreme talent was the granddaddy of what I like to call the modern gaming genre, a genre I now absolutely despise. But the director Shinji Mikami did a remarkable job at keeping Resident Evil 4 a game rather than a quick-time event-driven blockbuster movie.
Mario Paint was way ahead of its time for 1992. It uses a mouse as a controller that allows you to create an unlimited amount of artwork. You can compose music, draw on a blank canvas, create pixel art for custom stamps, make short animation clips, color in coloring books, and they even threw in a bug swatting game, which is actually quite entertaining. I can't understand why there are not more games out there like this that aren't lame.
Persona 3 was unlike anything else I had ever seen. This M-rated dungeon crawler / dating sim JRPG defied conventional storytelling and replaced it with individual stories that unfolded over the course of a whole Japanese calendar school year. Each developing relationship was chock full of content, often containing life lessons. This was a good thing considering that it was these relationships formed that leveled up your character. In the end, Persona 3 had the most satisfying conclusion of any Japanese RPG I've ever played.
Heroes of Might and Magic 2 is my favorite turn-based strategy of all time. It is all about gathering as many resources as you can to put together the largest armies you can. The gameplay is so much fun, I can't even explain it. The music is outstanding, to say the least. It is such a good soundtrack that you wouldn't expect it to be in a video game, but instead in a fancy opera house where millionaires pay big money to watch it performed. This game is a real challenge, but not impossible with the right strategies.
Street Fighter IV was no more than a complete disappointment for me considering the raving reviews it received from critics. Enter the King of Fighters 13. Though marginalized by most critics, King of Fighters 13 did everything right that Street Fighter IV did wrong. This fast-paced fighter punished turtlers and awarded aggressive players with a near endless amount of combo mix-ups. In short, the King of Fighters 13 is a 2D fighting masterpiece for today's high-definition screens.
Adventure games are awesome, and Syberia is definitely one of the best and most beautifully made. The story is unique and mysterious, the voice acting is amazing, and the music is gorgeous. Unfortunately, the point-and-click adventure games are as good as dead. Other than Syberia 2, there really hasn't been much else on the market. Syberia was the peak of the adventure mountain.
Dragonforce is the most innovative and yet accessible strategy RPG I've ever played. Gone are the grid-based battlefields. Gone are the stat-driven algorithms, and what you have left is a simplified yet undeniably satisfying war simulation that relies almost solely on troop formations rather than character stats. Of course, having a general with powerful magic spells never hurt either, but as far as I'm concerned, there will never be a more original or compelling strategy RPG than Dragonforce. Hi, we wanted to take some time to discuss games that didn't make our top 10 list of games that had the greatest impact on our lives. But there were so many games we wanted to put on there and we couldn't, so my wife actually made a montage of what we call the honorable mentions, games that didn't make the list, but they're games that you should totally check out. So thank you, Shauna, for making that, and I hope you guys enjoy.
Thank you for watching.